Hey everyone, Mark here from Memory Lane Transfers with another video for you. This video has to do with a response to one of our comments that we had here. And this is from Joe. And Joe wanted to know, he wanted to hear the tale of how this machine saved me. And that was on this video that we did. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. To me. Anyway, this machine, and I don't mind telling you, this is the Sony DSR-2000, okay? And this machine saved me. I've been in business for over 20 years. And when Mini DV came out, I was one of the first on the block to get it. I had to have it. It was great. I specialize in my other company with doing dance recitals, and I did about 25 different dance schools in the state of Florida. And what had happened was I hire freelancers to fill in the spaces because dance recital scheduling is all at the same time. You may have 25 different accounts, but they all do it within a 4-week period, so you need multiple people. Anyway, I hired a freelancer with 2 cameras, okay? 2 Panasonic DV cameras, and they were meant to do with Mini DV. And we would go and do the shows. I put him on over 8 shows. I think it was 8 shows that I had him for. And I hired him with both cameras because I would have one of my people, someone else, show up and use his other camera, and I paid him extra. Anyway, what had happened was he must have dropped his cameras or something was wrong, and the tapes were recorded with misaligned heads on his cameras. So in a nutshell, we filmed the whole season. The end of June comes. I'm now ready to start editing everything we've recorded. I go to put tapes in, and all I'm getting are pixels. And these pixelated things are just showing up all over the place. When I hit fast forward, I saw an image, but once it goes to regular play mode, it was pixelated. And then I saw a common denominator. It happened to be every show that he did. This affected about $8,000 to $10,000 in revenue for me, because that's how many recitals were affected. I didn't have small accounts. I had rather large accounts at the time with schools that had, 300 and 400 kids in it. So that's why that dollar amount was high, and it was affecting 5 different accounts. I scoured the internet. How to fix. I went to forums, everything. Now, mind you, this is back in 2009, I believe it is. So I'm going through, cannot find a solution. I went to our rental house in Tampa, and to their credit, probably one of the best places. They were called AVI SPO. I think they're still there. They took out every camcorder they had that was Mini DV format and let me put my tapes in each one to see if it would play back. None of them would. I finally got in touch with the freelancer, and he said, oh yeah, I had a problem with my cameras, because I said, you know what, just go back to the guy with the cameras, use his camera to at least capture the stuff, because it should logically play back on the camera it was recorded on. But the idiot sent them into Panasonic to get fixed without thinking that I would be affected with everything. So now I was screwed. And I went there to his house anyway to try the cameras, and they wouldn't work. So sweating, trying to figure things out, what to do, scraping the depths of the internet, I found a comment in a forum about this machine. And it said that this machine had the capability of, it had a special double scan technology, and that it had the ability to play back tapes even that had misaligned heads. Not only that, I was in double jeopardy because all of my recitals were filmed in LP mode. Now, when it comes to digital, there's no loss of quality when you go to LP mode. But I had to do this because with recital work, the acts are longer than 1 hour. Usually they're an hour, 15, hour, and 20 minutes. So I needed that LP mode. So in addition to this machine having this double scan technology, it also was the only professional playback deck that Sony produced that had playback for LP mode. So it was a home run. But this machine cost $15,000. So I could not get it. There was no way, but I did hear about it. Upon that rental house, they called me up to see if I ever found a solution. That's how great they were with their customer service, because they really felt bad for me. I told them, I said, well, I was looking and the only machine possible is the Sony DSR-2000. And I said, I doubt you guys have it. And she says, well, no, but let me check my sister company. And she called her sister company in Orlando, and sure enough, they had this machine. So I rented it, paid good money for it. I'm not going to lie, it cost me. But I'm trying to save $8,000 to $10,000 in business, so I really didn't care. I just wanted to save everything so I would have these accounts for next season. So I get the machine, I bring it back home, I'm doing everything, and I hold my breath, because you got to understand, this is like 3 weeks of practically crying. This is my bread and butter. I'm an entrepreneur. This is my income. And I put the tape in, and lo and behold, they played perfectly. All of them. And tears were coming out of my eyes that they did, because I was a new guy. I was in business 2 years at that point, for that extension of my business. So this machine was able to do it. Now, I did it, and I took the whole weekend just capturing all the tapes that were done, and it played every tape perfectly. I could not have asked for more, and I will always be indebted to the Sony DSR-2000. Incidentally, for those interested, this is actually the Sony 2000A, and the only difference between the 2000 and the 2000A is the main difference for us people that have to have everything. The 2000A has a FireWire port in the back. So that's why when I had the opportunity to pick one of these machines up, I made sure it was that, so that we get a pure digital transfer with it. So there you go. That's my mishap. That's how the Sony DSR-2000 saved me and my business, and keeping clients happy, which if any of them see this, this is the first time they're actually hearing that story, because all they knew was that I was a little late in delivering, but I never told them the ordeal I went through, because basically in business, you don't do that. You know, here you are, sorry it took a while, done. Anyway, that was it. So I hope that answered your question, Joe, and I appreciate it very much in the comments. Everyone else, if you like that story, leave a like and a subscribe and a comment and all that great stuff. We're trying to make this work and just bring awareness to everyone out there that if you want to transfer your stuff over and you want to archive them, you don't have to go to these big box companies that are not going to care about the way your stuff transfers. It's either for them it just goes on, it transfers, or it doesn't, and you know, it's being done by someone getting paid an hourly wage. Where if you stick with us and like some of us smaller companies that do care, you know, the quality difference and the attention to your tapes are done like it's our own. And that's the big difference. And we're just trying to bring awareness. There's quite a few other companies with channels that do the same thing I do. And I support all of them. I do. It's just to bring awareness that you don't, you know, if you see a site advertising, you know, $7 a tape, there's a reason for that. You do get what you pay for. And you shouldn't entrust all your stuff, precious memories, you know, to something like that. Pay a little more with us. You do pay a little bit more, but we will handle it and take care of it like it was our own. Thank you again for watching, and until then, we'll see you on the next video.